Yesterday, I started a series of videos focusing on my bookshelves. This is a way that I can make connections between and among books. It's much easier than trying to hold 6 or 7 at once. Yesterday, I spoke to you about my prime time series. These are my first series, and they're now up to 10 books, so that's a lot to deal with. I also mentioned this series, which was amazingly popular and was about women trying to find a way to live together in harmony without a nursing home. It went to 5 books and was very popular. I mentioned also quickly the Justine Cat series, and I'm going to come back to that later. Today I'm moving up to the 3rd level shelf, and this one is book 1 of a series I set in the Lake District in England. It's 7 days there, 7 days back, 7 days beyond, 7 days away, 7 days, it goes on and on. I think probably 5 or 6. And if you like England, if you like to see different places, different countries, different people, this is just a fascinating series. I really loved writing it. Now, another series right next to it didn't work out quite so well, and it's absolutely my own fault. This series is called Keynotes, and it's about a woman who loves music and finds a piano at a time when she really needs a lot of help. If you think that it's difficult to write about music because you're not hearing anything, well, you could be absolutely right, but I did try it. And I liked the way it worked out. It's focused mainly on Toronto, Ontario. But you should try it yourself and see what you think about it. As I say, I really didn't do proper advertising for it because I had just got my hip replaced and I was really all over the place when I was writing that. But the story is good. Now, the last thing to talk about today is this book. Now, I don't know if you've read it because it's a one-off. It's a single book, has a very dramatic story with a very important message for women, but it wasn't popular. In doing all this writing over the years, I've discovered a few things, and one is that people don't like a standalone book. They much prefer a series. So what I did was I revamped Borderlines and turned it into 3 books. The first 2 parts, Looking Back, Shadows of Our Lives, that's the name of the series. Book 1 is the same as the story in Borderlines. And so is book 2, which is now called Risky Business. Those 2 are the same as that book, but I revamped the story and I went to a 3rd part, which was not in the original. And this part is called Starting Over. If you haven't read this, as I say, it's an important book for women because the woman in this book has got herself involved with a man who is very, very dangerous and has to do everything, including starting over, to make her life work again. So that's 2 different tours. We'll see what comes up the next time.